pretend you are fourth graders because I will address you as so. And just for the sake, I think of this, I'm going to assume you have already gone through some of the museum. So this is in between the stops. Just because. Let me see what I say. Okay, good morning. So here we are going to be looking at a model of a building. So you have gone through the museum, but I would like you to know this is not actually the museum. This is a temporary space, as we're going to have a new building designed for our museum. And it's going to be very close by, like South Coast Plaza. You drove by, right? So this is a model of a new building. Do you understand what a model is?
Yes.
Okay, so if you come this way, over to me, come over, you can see there are little people in the model. So that shows you how big is going to be this building, okay? So what I would like to tell you is this building, again, as I said, was built to house all the art collection of our museum. And you don't see the rooms where the pieces are going to be, because what you are looking is actually the roof of the museum that is going to be an outdoor plaza, like a sculpture garden. And underneath, actually, are the rooms where the art will be displayed. And you will be walking down here, you see down there, and you go into there, and there will be the access to the museum where you can walk in and see all the art.
Is there a front door?
Yes, the front door is right here in this like slit, if you wanted to see, and you go in there, and inside there is a stair that takes you up here to this big sculpture plaza where also there will be some art display. Now, I am sure you do know, and if you don't, you're learning that now, that buildings, spaces are designed by architects, right? So if you needed to build a new house, you will call an architect to design your space. If someone designed your school, for example, what other places have you been in? The store, the church, very good. So an architect has designed those, made the models, and then someone builds it. In this case, we have an architect that the museum asked to do this design, and he came up with the idea of what is best for our museum, because where it's located also, I do not know if you're familiar, where you have gone to listen to music across the street. This is an existing sculpture that is there, right? So the architect also took in consideration that there was something in front, so made room here in front so you would see this sculpture. You can actually sit on those steps down there when you will go and look at the sculpture. So once again, the architect designed the spaces where we live in. In this case, the architect designed a museum to house works of art. So now what we're going to do, I would like you to be architects, and instead of designing a building, we are going to go and design one space to showcase a specific object. So we are going to show you some objects, and you are going to choose what you want, and you are going to design a space for it. Okay?
All right.
Questions?
So I need all of you to look at me now. And since Fiorenza did an introduction to our model, and you got some ideas of what goes into a building, we're going to go into our workroom and talk about what kinds of things the architect and the museum needed to think about in designing spaces for their works of art. So let's just follow